Okay, so it's day number 2, and there are some new stuff that we've got in between. There are new campaigns, so there are bit more new stuff. And also we got a new box in between, so we also get 500 gems just because a new box is out, which is pretty nice. Okay, so the first thing you want to do day 2 is because you get the dream ticket, the ultra rare dream ticket in day 2, you will want to use it. And in case you're not familiar, dream tickets are these tickets that have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Head. When you go and see what cards you can see you can get basically every single card in that rarity, including those from boxes as well. Usually you can't get cards that you can only get from boxes from tickets, but dream tickets allow you to get those as well. And when you use your dream tickets, you should always turn on the box filter, so you can exchange cards from boxes instead of those that you can get for free, so you get more value out of the cards that you are going to get. And then you can sort by release date because the newer cards are usually better. So we can do that. And you can have a look at what cards you want to exchange. Usually people exchange for staples like Book of Moon, Compulse, and Crackdown. These three are really good in basically every deck, but because we are playing a very specific deck for this account, we have a very clear idea of what we're going to exchange with this right from the get-go. And it is going to be a Synchro Monster, because that is the only Synchro Monster that we... only card rather that we need that is not from the mini box, because every other card can be obtained from the mini box that you get all the Teni cards from. So the only card we're missing is this card, Baxia. This is our second level 8 synchro that we are going to play in this deck. Draco Berserker is pretty good in general, but when you want to clear your opponent's cards from their field when you go second, or when you go first and they set up their board, Baxia is really good for that. Okay, now that we have a bit more gems, let's see if we can get the final 10-year link that we still don't have. This card's really important in this deck, so I would really want a copy. So another thing you might want to consider when you buy packs is to go all the way down to bulk purchase settings. So you can basically control when the box resets itself. So when you buy a lot of packs all together, it resets midway, so you don't waste your packs on the box when you spent all of your super rares and ultra rares that you can get from the box. So for example, we will take both we'll take super and ultra rare in the mini box settings, so when we get all of the super rares and ultra rares, the box will reset itself. And there we go, we've got the new Link one. It's even a shiny copy. And that's it, that's all we need from this box. And even though we still have 2 cards that we have that are super rare and ultra rares, we can still reset the box before we run out of packs in this box. So you can go to reset box, click the checkbox, go reset, and as you can see we have 100 packs again, and all of the super rares and ultra rares and everything else are going to be refilled to the maximum amount. So when we use more gems on this box, we will have a chance to get another copy of the 10s that we need. Okay, so this is the updated deck. The main deck is exactly the same because we didn't get any more of the new super rares and ultra rares. But we've modified the extra deck and we removed 2 copies of Draco Masters. As you can see, we are not playing any more of this card, and instead we are playing a copy of the Link 1 and a copy of Baxia. And these 2 will be really important to make this deck a lot better. Okay, let's use this Duel as a tutorial on how to play Tenis, I guess. I guess that would be a good idea, huh? So for Tenis, every hand is basically the same because every single monster is a free summon and every single spell gets you to any monster that you want. So basically what you do is you can just special summon your Tenis and I've already explained how the summons work in the last video. But now, since we have the Link 1, we can actually make the Link 1 first before we make anything else. So, in the last video, I special summoned one monster, then normal summoned another one, and then made the Link 2. But that is not how you usually play the deck. You usually make the Link 1 first, and then now, because you only have a non-effective monster, you can special summon your other Tenis, and also use the effects of the spells, and use the bonus effects. So, for example, the Vessel can send a card from your deck to the graveyard, but also because you have a non-effective monster, you can also add another one from your deck to your hand. So we're gonna add the level 1. And then, since we have no effective monsters, we could just special summon the Vishuda. Just like that. And then we can normal summon the Adhara. And then 7+1, that is a level 8. And we could make ourselves a Draco Berserker of the Teni. And then we could use the effect of Ashuna, because we still have a non-effect monster, and get ourselves another one from our deck. So we're missing the blue and the red one, because we don't have them in the graveyard. The blue one is probably a tiny bit better, but honestly, they're both fine. And then now you can make the Link 2 using the level 4 and the Link 1. And then you can use the effect to send the spell to revive anything. And then now you can link the 2 links into your Link 3. And then you can now use the effect of the Dragon Circle to grab a field spell. And this is the best opening that you can make with this deck. Yep, that's it. We have achieved the maximum potential of this deck. This is what the deck can produce in the best case scenario, is 2 big guys plus a field spell. And that is more than enough in even high ranked duels, so it is more than sufficient when we're playing against a level 10 NPC, so... And then during your next turn, you can use the effect of the Vishuda you have in your graveyard. And let's say our opponent has a Blue Eyes White Dragon for whatever reason. We can just bounce it back with the effect of Vishuda. Oh wait, hold up. No, our field spell. All non-effect monsters are unaffected by monster effect. That includes our opponent's monsters. That's so funny. Yeah, so apparently our field spell also protects our opponent's monsters as well. So we can't bounce our opponent's monsters, but that's fine. That's completely fine. We can just attack and win. But that is a funny interaction. Perform 3 Link summons. Do we get the legendary hero skill? Is that one? Let's go! Legend of the Heroes. Okay, so for Tenis, you're supposed to use that skill. The optimal version plays the legacy skill that we just got. That skill basically gives us a bit more life points when we go first, so we are less likely to die. Okay, so as you can see, we can actually unlock more extra deck slots by completing these missions, and the extra deck slots are really, really, really important, so we are going to try to achieve all of these as soon as possible. As you can see, we already have 5 Link summons because our deck Link summons. We also have 2 Synchro summons because our deck also occasionally Synchro summons. But we also have to Xyz summon a couple of times. So before we jump into ranked, we're going to try to complete all of those missions first. Okay, now we got 1 extra deck slot. So we can play more extra deck monsters. Okay, now we just need to exceed summon 10 times. We do have a rank 4, and Tenis can actually make exceed monsters because we have so many level 4 monsters. So we just play Castel and Exceeds. Okay, so one funny thing about Tenis is that they can also exceed summon, theoretically. So for our mission to exceed summon 10 times, we can also just use Teni for that. So not only can Tenis Synchro and Link summon, you can also just make 2 level 4s on field and then just exceed summon Castel, which is from the same box. So you can just do that 10 times and you will have another extra deck slot. Oh! Yeah, let's go! Teni Link acquired! Okay, so now that we got 2 extra deck slots extra, we can finally build the deck and place more extra deck monsters. And you can see that our main deck is the exact same, but for the extra deck, we could play more of the Teni extra deck monsters. We got a second copy of Shaman, so we can play that. And we were playing 1 Xyz because we need to exceed summon 10 times. So we're just gonna place this here so we can make it, if we could, and fulfill the mission and get the 8th extra deck slot. And this deck can actually do pretty okay in ranked as well, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a try, I guess. Okay, that's an okay hand. I see our opponent has 2 extra deck monsters. That's a promising start. 1 set card pass, we can play through that. We're gonna OTK through that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we could probably win this turn. We'll just have to Vishuda, or we could just make Baxia. We could just make, yeah, we should probably just make Baxia. You see, I'm not very familiar with this deck, but I'm pretty sure we still win. Just not, maybe not this turn, but eventually. Eventually we will win. I wish we had another link one. Then we could just link the Vishuda off and bounce the guy. Can't Baxi after you. Well, I guess that works too. We won this turn, right? We won this turn. Do you spend money on your main account or are you actually free to play? I am the furthest thing from a free to play player. Like, when you look at my account, I am the least free to play player you've ever seen. Yes, I make free to play videos, but that does not mean that my account is completely free to play. I don't think it is possible to make so many free to play videos if you don't spend money yourself. Because like each individual deck is free-to-play friendly, but when you're making so many of them at the same time, I don't think it's possible if you're completely free-to-play. Not all of my suggestions are the best suggestions. Though maybe sometimes the cards that I use in my decks are questionable. Or like the ratios and stuff aren't the most optimal. Because of like the nature of how YouTube channels have to be. When a new box comes out, you have to basically immediately make a video on the decks as soon as possible. So you don't really have time to kind of figure out the best ratios. Wait, 259, that's 5 packs. I wonder if we can get anything with 5 packs. Please, give me the Teni. Yes, Vishuda, let's go! Okay, now we can play 2 copies of Vishuda and then remove 1 of the green Teni, which is the worst Teni. So yeah, the deck now looks like this. It's still not optimal, but it's getting better. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be it, at least for the new player account. I will be back on day 3.